Oh, welcome back everybody. Welcome to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some Horizon 5. New things obviously going on in this month's game. Like a couple new cars here actually, which I'm actually very excited about. New M4, very cool. Finally in the game. Big old pig nose M4. And then the 300 SLR. Very cool as well. There's also some new events and all that. Again, some other cars, new cars that haven't been in the game yet. But yeah, we actually get to drive the M4 a little early, and I get to see what it's like with this Rivals event. New Rivals, which I really want to try out. Obviously, I have to go back to the free room, as I'm still in the old festival here. So let's try this out. Let's see what the M4 is like to drive. As an M4 owner myself, except it's the F82, not the new one. I want to see what this is like. I really want to see what this thing is capable of. So let's give it a shot and see what it's like here. What sort of times are people getting here? About 40 seconds. So obviously this is the track that I test a lot of my cars on. So I get to see what the M4 is like on this track. I know very well as well. So there it is. The new Pignose M4. Here's the thing with this car. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again every single time. It's the same thing that I'll keep saying. This is not as aggressive looking as the F82 or the F80 model. It just isn't. And I'll show you why exactly. And I've seen these in person. I've seen many of these in person. Whether it's like stood still in the actual dealership or if it's actually out on the road, and they just don't look as aggressive. Obviously, super recognizable. You can definitely tell these apart from the regular, 4 Series models. But the thing that I don't really like about these is that they're not very aggressive looking. So from the front, yeah, you have the lights, that's cool and all, but you have the big grille that sort of catches your attention and you kind of, go, like why? And then this angle here, anywhere on the side. BMW has a new design style where it's not as angular as it was before. When it comes to the side, it's not as extreme. You can see there's a flat surface there, and then it just goes back to a little flat surface there at the bottom. There's no huge poking wheel arches and humps and everything. They sort of blend in too much with the rest of the shape of the car, and it just doesn't look as aggressive on the sides, which is the same thing that I didn't like about the AMGs, the C Coupe AMGs. It's the same thing. You have the big flared front wheel arches, and then on the back, it just looks like a regular C-Class. Right? There's just nothing to separate it. It just doesn't look aggressive enough, in my opinion. The angles on it. And don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong. Because everybody will say the same thing that I'm saying right now. It's not as aggressive looking when it comes to the lines on the sides of the car. It just doesn't look like a proper M car. Let's just put it that way. It's the same. It was the same deal with the F10 M5s as well. They had the same problem where they just weren't aggressive enough. They literally looked like a 5 Series with just more exhaust on it. That's pretty much it. That's all the difference. Is this the X-Drive one, or is it the normal one? I think it might be the rear-wheel drive model. Well, there's a new interior. Anyway, I kind of like this interior. It still doesn't have. It's not all touchscreen, and it still has buttons on it and stuff like that. So the interiors of these new BMWs I really like. I'm not a huge fan of making everything touchscreen. So a lot of new cars bringing out their touchscreen everything. I was gonna say they're touchscreen like screens and stuff, but it's not just the screens. You have like your touch steering wheel buttons and touch literally everything in the car is touch whatever. It's just not my thing. I want to have some buttons still in the car. It just makes it better. So far, it's easy to drive, pretty easy to get a feel of this thing. I am going too fast into some of these corners. I have to realize that I'm not actually driving in a supercar or a hypercar or a race car, so I'm gonna be careful with my driving line and stuff like that. But the car drives well. I can't really complain. I don't dislike the new generation of BMWs, but I don't like them as much as the old ones. especially the M cars. M8 though is a completely different box. It's a completely different box of frogs, mate. It is completely different though. I love the M8. I love everything about it. I don't know. They've done it just right. I feel like this is supposed to be like a baby M8, obviously, but it's just the M8 is just so much nicer. It's such a beautiful car. They've done such a fantastic job with that car. Brilliant, brilliant thing. As a big GT car with like literal supercar numbers, brilliant car. Very, very cool. I still don't like the way it's all very like the interior is like super reusable. Like every single other car has the same interior. That's the one thing I kind of don't really like. The 5 Series is a little different. That's about it. But the 8 Series is the same as the 3 Series. It's the same as 4 Series. I'm not a big fan of that. That's the one thing I don't really like about these new BMWs. Even Mercedes have put an effort into changing their interiors up a little bit to make them look a little different from model to model. Where the C-Class does not look the same as the S-Class. It looks like a smaller S-Class. Yes, everything's is there, but it's not identical. In this, they're pretty much identical. I think it's the 2 Series is like the only one that's like slightly different with the materials that it uses inside. That's about it. These are still all very, very similar. I'm also not a big fan of these carbon seats. Unless you're a specific height and a specific size and body shape, these carbon seats are not that great on the new M4s and M3s and even the M5 CS. Those seats, they look beautiful though. Don't get me wrong, they look absolutely brilliant, and I sat in them. And I just feel like they are not going to be very comfortable for long distance drives or anything like that. So. Okay, well, after a few laps of this thing, it seems alright. It doesn't seem like it's, like I said, very, very difficult to learn how to drive or anything like that, so... Just have to be a little bit careful on the throttle and turning and braking and all that sort of stuff, because it is rear-wheel drive still. But, overall, super simple to drive, very easy to get the hang of. Yeah, you just have to be a little careful with it. That's about it. I'll just see what sort of time I can get with this thing and have a look at where I am in the world. I mean, this literally just dropped, so I'm not even doing top 1000 or anything like that for it. I'm just doing my run here, just to try out the new M4. All right, 50.7. 50.7. I wonder if there's any cheated scores already. That would be so disappointing. Imagine. Update just dropped and there's already cheated scores on the leaderboards. I don't think I've seen any on that leaderboard just yet. Maybe there are. I think I saw like 47 seconds though. Was it 47 or 49 seconds? I don't even remember. Yeah, so it was probably 47 seconds. Because people are absurd at this game. Some people are super sweaty at it. Yeah. I think I will leave it there with this car. Unfortunate crash into the wall there. This would have been a decent lap actually. Yeah, definitely would have been a decent lap. Look, even faster than before. Even faster than before. Okay. Try to keep the speed up. I'm using everything. Every inch of the road and the desert. Oh no, I'm going too fast. Damn it. done a clean time, 50 seconds, 50.4. Wow. And I crashed into the wall straight afterwards. Let's back out. Let's back out. That was fun. That was quite fun. I actually don't mind the M4. Obviously, it's going to take a while for me to actually get this thing to use it properly, because I'm not going to be able to get 80 points in the first week. So I guess next week I can possibly get it. We can try it out. Do, you know, a bit of drifting, see what sort of modification, customization, whatever it's able to actually get. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to try that out with the M4. But for now, not a bad car. Not a bad car to drive. It's quite nice. Again, like I said, it needs 80 points to be able to get unlocked, and I can only do 63 this week max. So obviously, this week and next week I'm going to be able to easily do 40 points each, and I should definitely be able to get it then. But for now, let's have a look at where I am in the world with the monthly rivals. Again, like I said, it's only just come out now, so I don't think there's going to be many people on this leaderboard. 6,000 people on the leaderboard, and I'm 65th, which isn't really bad. It's an okay time. Again, 47 seconds here at the top with automatic, no ABS or traction control, no stability control. Pretty fast. Pretty fast. I'll tell you that. I don't know how many of these are cheated, if there are any that are cheated, which I don't know. I don't think there are many cheated ones. By the looks of things, even if I go slightly faster, just ever so slightly faster, it'll throw me up so many positions. There you go, I'm 70th now. But even if I go, like, you know, 0.4 seconds faster, it'll put me up in... Look at that. It throws me into, like, top 50 already. There you go. Like, it's mad. It's a cool car. It's alright to drive. It's not that bad. Actually, what I want to try to see is, have people cheated to get this already? That is the question. We've only just gotten it, right? We've only just gotten this car now, this M4. I want to see if anybody's cheated to get it. Basically, putting forward time and stuff like that to try and get this guy. Right? Because now if I go check this, and I look up the M4, where is it? M4. Is there any on for sale? There aren't any for sale. Okay. People will 100% cheat to get it early. And I'm not that type of person to get it. Hello, this is me as I'm editing this video right now. Yeah, if you guys don't know, my audio software for whatever reason crashed. It'll come back later on because I realized after I finished racing this guy that it crashed. Anyway, regardless, what you're watching right now is I challenged, or I selected the ghost for the top guy just to see if he's actually cheating. Just to try and see if it's him cheating, or is he just that much better? And just watch the way this guy takes corners. He doesn't have to slow down at all, which is the funniest thing in the world. I'll leave a couple of laps in, and also I ended up going faster and faster, which at the end you guys should see the leaderboards and how fast I actually am. But anyway, just watch the way this guy's driving. And just it baffles my mind. This thing's been out for about like 20 minutes, not even, and people are already cheating to get on the leaderboards, which is hilarious. But he cheated just enough. Not to make it like as if he's fully cheating, but just enough for it to be faster than everyone else. You know what I mean? But he hasn't made it very obvious. But it's so funny the way he takes corners, though. It's just completely impossible to do. Anyway. I don't know why my thing stopped recording. My voice recording software just stopped recording for whatever reason. I don't know when that was, but it did a little bit ago. That was strange. Anyway, we're back in it. You guys should have seen the guy that was cheating. I don't know if I said anything throughout that entire run where that guy was actually cheating. Weird. Anyway, let's go over to him and see where I am, actually, not to him. I don't really care where he is, but I just want to see where I am in the world because I've done slightly faster time than before. 23rd! 23rd in the world. Okay, cool. Well, I was literally saying that it's so funny that he cheated just enough. Not enough to make him feel like super suspicious, but just enough where it's he's at the top of the leaderboard. You know what I mean? That is just funny to me. Well, the M4 is fun. It's kind of cool to drive. I'm just gonna pop a couple of wheelies here, but yeah, M4 is nice. I cannot wait to actually get it and drift it and do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to check it out and see what it's like with the new Rivals event. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And yeah, I'm sorry that the audio recording software just decided to stop working for me. It literally just stopped by itself. I didn't press anything. It just stopped recording. Yeah, anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.